Now approach 1 year since the deadly hill country floods. Texas is rolling out new flood warning sirens in the hardest hit areas. But a CBS Texas I Team investigation found big gaps still exist, leaving many communities without any kind of warning system at all. So tonight, investigative reporter Brian New examining whether lawmakers have fixed the problem or just responded to a crisis.
Sit along the banks of the Guadalupe River, and it sounds peaceful. Flowing water, summer breeze, the quiet of the hill country. But last year, as deadly floodwaters rushed downstream, there was one sound missing.
It was obvious that if sirens had gone off down the upper Guadalupe rivershed as this wall of water was coming down, then people could have had a last-minute warning to get to higher ground. Senate Bill 3 requires the Texas Water Development Board.
In the days after the July 4th flood, State Senator Paul Betancourt pushed to install outdoor warning sirens in flood-prone areas. Lawmakers moved quickly, approving a $50 million plan. And now those sirens are starting to go up.
This will be the last siren, maybe the one that gets people out of the way. And that's a legislation worth writing and fighting to pass and making sure that it got there on time.
How high did the water get here?
About 27 feet in under 27 minutes.
In the early morning hours of July 4th, Randy Murphy woke up to danger. He moved quickly through his ranch, making sure everyone got to higher ground.
We were very blessed. We didn't have any deaths, but it was there were people that were not as fortunate.
Do you think sirens would have made a difference?
No, because you wouldn't have been able to hear them in that kind of storm.
Murphy says he believes lawmakers, in a rush to act, oversimplified a complex problem.
They really didn't understand what they were saying. They didn't have the background, and they still don't. But here we are.
What's needed, he argues, is something far more sophisticated. A connected network of sensors feeding real-time data capable of pushing targeted alerts to cell phones, radios, and yes, sirens. But our investigation found in many parts of Texas, communities don't even have that one line of defense. Across the state, there is no standard for warning sirens, no state database. Instead, we found systems that are outdated, broken, or missing entirely.
But tomorrow, this siren may mean the real thing.
In some towns like Valley View, sirens date back to the 1950s. And when they're needed the most, these sirens don't always work.
I mean, there was nobody prepared. Nobody had a clue.
In 2024, as a tornado headed towards town, a volunteer firefighter rushed to unlock the gate to sound the alarm. But the siren never made a sound. The city later discovered it had a faulty wire.
We probably have just less than a dozen.
In other places like Fannin County, there's not enough sirens. Just 12 sirens covered nearly 900 square miles, an area that's bigger than Houston.
So what's preventing the county from putting up a dozen more?
Budgetary restrictions, budgetary constraints.
We contacted all 254 counties and identified more than 2,000 sirens statewide. But that still leaves large parts of Texas out of reach of any warning. In the new state funding, it only applies to hill country counties hit by last year's floods.
We have a patchwork of sirens out there.
Betancourt says lawmakers had to start somewhere, but warns communities shouldn't wait for the state.
We don't need to go through another natural disaster for everybody to realize that we need to get our outdoor warning sirens up and running, use our local monies wisely, use these state funds, and let's get the job done.
Back along the Guadalupe, a new siren now stands roughly a mile from Randy Murphy's ranch. Last month, it was tested, but Murphy says he never heard it.
If they said sirens are going to be it, we're no further along today than we were back on July 4th.
So far, there have been 8 sirens installed as a part of this $50 million effort to expand siren coverage in the Hill Country. These sirens were placed along the south and north fork of the Guadalupe River, strategically placed near campsites. Doug, this is to make sure that those that are staying at those camps can hear them.
Yeah, let's talk about money. How much did the first ones cost?
Yeah, so this initial group of sirens cost $716,000, so just a little less than $100,000 per siren. This is on the upper end of what these sirens are going to cost, as these were the first ones, so they also had to include the software as well as the integration system.
Right, so we're talking about a $50 million package overall, though, right? So how many are going to go up as part of the $50 million? Basically, what do you get for the money?
Yeah, so we don't have an exact number yet of how many sirens, but so far, these 29 counties here in the Hill Country have signed agreements with the state and are currently in the process of identifying the best place to place these sirens.
Getting some answers for us, making progress. Brand new in the I Team. Thank you.